Bad Travis. Bad Travis. I'm banning the cell phone from myself.
Wow.
You only get X amount of minutes per day on that phone.
I may not be the only one. A Vermont lawmaker is proposing a bill that some are calling radical, a ban on cell phones for all people under the age of 21. If passed, the bill would impose a fine of $1,000 or jail time to those under 21 with cell phones. Why? The bill argues those under 21 are not developmentally mature enough to have cell phones, much like firearms, cigarettes, and, say, alcohol. So toxic.
Wow.
Oh,
You're going to have civil war in Vermont. Those teenagers are going to rebel.
Yes. To be fair, I don't think this man is actually serious about trying to pass it. He's making a point.
And he's trying to draw attention to excessive cell phone use in younger people.
1 out of 4 car accidents in the U.S. caused by texting and driving. When you look at the teen suicide rate,
bullying,
up by 56% between 2007 and 2017. This all does coincide with these guys being ubiquitous.
We've been talking about the support for this particular law, right? And it does show that even when our phones are on our desks, okay, even if they're face down, you still have a problem focusing, that people have a difficult time solving problems when their phone is even here.
I just got a text and I'm sitting here looking
right? You're looking at your text.
You're addicted to social media. You're addicted to the gaming on the phone.
Let's talk about the realities and the absurdities of this bill. So I do agree that until that prefrontal cortex is fully developed, that we are not as mature as we probably should be. So how do you, without passing a ridiculous bill like this, accomplish the same goal, which is empowering younger teenagers to feel good about themselves and not overly relying on the cell phone so that the suicide rate doesn't continue to climb, which is a huge, huge problem? How do we do this when we know this bill will not pass?
You need to have that conversation with your kids, limit use, explain the downsides, the dangers inherently there on social media and using your phone.
Limit use, time limits, explain in a way that the teenager would understand. And no phone zones. I am a huge advocate of this. There should just be a place where you put your phone in a basket before you enter a room. Those rooms could be the dining room, it could be the living room in a house, it could be before you go into the classroom, as I just mentioned. And even when I'm teaching graduate students, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, I say no devices during my teaching, and I say if you have your phone on your desk, put it face down, and I see them.
I was a bad boy. I used my cell phone during our production meeting just now.
You guys. You know what? We should have a phone zone in our production
down,
meeting.
but the desk is super.
See? This is what I'm talking about. You guys aren't even listening to me. I feel so ignored. We can't have the phone here
let's
anymore.
talk about the positives of a cell phone.
Yes.
And they are helpful in cases of emergency. And I will say that's why I would hate to think that you have someone who's able to drive at the age of 16 without the ability to call for help. So that's why I don't think this bill should or will ever pass. And I think it's important to have your child, since technology can be a huge benefit, if they ever feel like they're in trouble, to be able to call you. Quite frankly, tracking at times can and should be used.
Being able to call 911 for medical
All
issues.
of this. I am going in with this thought. You are so smart to think of it this way, and I had not. Let's just say your dining room area or where you eat dinner together, there's a cell phone ban in there. And you literally have a basket where when all family members come into that room, they drop the cell phone in the basket. Maybe there should be a basket outside of all of our bedrooms too. But having these discussions and plans in place in the house, that makes sense. Then you don't need some lawmaker telling you what to do with your cell phone.